Hey, this is Quayne from A Million Journey to Top 100K podcast. Today we will be doing our team selection video. The second episode of the audio cast with Rev80, where we would have discussed her progress since game week 1 will be delayed because she has decided to return to Asia to do some soul searching. She will be back sometime after the international break. Let's kick it off. We have 2 free transfer and currently no money in the bank. We have a possibility of Madison being injured. He left the stadium in protective boots. And if so, we will need to move him on. Most of our money is centralized in Sulla. Therefore, if we are going to do any transfers, we have to use him as the bargain chip. As you can see, we didn't do the pre-deadline transfer we discussed in the Game Week 2 team selection video. The player we were considering to transfer in was Rico Henry of Brentford. He got clean sheet and ended the game week on 5 points because he got a yellow card. He can still be a great replacement for Gabriel because he was again left on the bench. He came on when Arsenal went down to 10 to solidify the defense. He is definitely a transfer out. A unpopular pick would be Akanji. He is now playing in the John Stones role. His heat map of the match is on the screen. He played mostly center midfield and he had 1 key pass. He would cover the Manchester City clean sheet points, and with Manchester City one of the best team to keep a clean sheet. Destiny Udigi is a left back from Tottenham Hotspur. He missed a big chance during the match. He is more nailed and he is playing in a more advanced position than Porro. From pre-season we know he can score a goal. He is 4.5 million. He is one to consider. I felt a bit disappointed that Steele conceded during a match where they should not have. We were on for a double clean sheet before Dunk mistake. He still will keep the number 1 spot. One transfer we are considering is Baldock for Chilwell. Chilwell has played all season in the winger position. He is posting very great statistical data. He is yet to score though. He had a 0.7 goal involvement, which means he should have scored or assisted. He was substituted after 60 minutes because the manager wanted to change the game. Chelsea have easy games coming, which means they will have clean sheets. He is on set plays. Chelsea haven't gotten any clean sheet this season, but with the addition of a defensive midfielder from Brighton, he would improve their chances. Others to think about are Gusto and Colwell. Our midfield was carried by Phil Foden this week. In pre-season we had identified Foden as one of the main players to replace Kevin in the Manchester City team. He played in midfield in Kevin's absences. His performance was very excellent and he displayed all the top qualities we knew he had. He created 7 key passes and assisted the goal for Alvarez. He got 3 bonus because of his chances created and passing. He got a man of the match also. He is top 6 in the most transferred in players of this coming week. Therefore he is not leaving my team. As you can see, we are 1.7 million over our budget when we transfer in Chilwell for Baldock. Gabriel will fall in price tonight around 12 AM United Kingdom time. Baldock transfer out is mainly due to his uncertainty in fitness. Madison is a big concern. We will be trolling through Twitter searching for team leaks and checking the predicted lineup. Rashford missed 2 big chances and he created 2 key passes. We have more pressing issues in our team other than Rashford. And that's why we are keeping him. On to Sulla. He was our captain in game week 2. When we designed the squad in pre-season with him, it was to maximize our points in this week by captaining him when we knew others would find it difficult to get to him. He missed a penalty and scored the rebound. He ended on 10 points. He was surprisingly underwhelming. I was expecting much more. He will leave my team and possibly return around game week 9 when Liverpool goes on a run of easy games. Bumo will be his replacement. He has been performing at a high quality with the absence of Tony. He scored 2 penalties in 2 game week. Brentford got the 3rd largest amount of penalties last season with 8. He has decent underlying data. His expected goal involvement non-penalty was over 1.39 from the 2 game weeks. Pedro is the next one on the trapping block. He did not start in game week 2 and he was substituted on and he collected a yellow card to end the game week on 0. His replacement is Nicholas Jackson. Jackson hasn't scored yet, but his underlying data suggests that it's just a matter of time before he scores that he passes the eye test. He produced 0.79 expected goal against West Ham and he also had one key pass. Chelsea have a string of easy fixtures coming up. He will be the player managers will transfer in to double up on Chelsea assets. Our captain is on Holland. The recommended differential picks are on the screen. The suggested differentials are Saka, Odegaard, who had taken a penalty in game week 2, Rashford and Mitoma. If we scroll down you will notice players who are punts rather than differentials. A player like Son who does not have the underlying data to be picked as a captain. We are next on to the analysis of the transfers ahead of game week 3. We will start with the goalkeepers. The imagery on the screen depicts all the major transfers. They have removed the exact number of transfers. They uses arrows to indicate the transfer, but to identify who is the popular transfer, look at the thickness of the arrows. By using this graph you aren't pressured by the amount of managers who already make that move, but you get to identify the best possible transfer for your team if you're out of ideas. Making a goalkeeper transfer is not recommended. That position is one which produces less points. Goalkeepers normally have similar points. Over 5 to 6 games range. Moving out Pickford is the most popular move. They are moving him to Sanchez. The Pickford pick was based on Dyche improving the defense and the easy fixtures, but it's not happening how we envision. He is being transferred to anyone with decent fixtures. We are on defenders now. The main players they are transferring are players who aren't getting play time or players who are injured. Gabriel is the main focus. They are moving him to a variety of players such Saliba, who is a sideway move, Chilwell and Gusto. Manchester City assets of Walker and Gvardiol. They also downgrade him to Henry and Udigi. All these transfer are decent moves which will give you a lot of points in future game weeks. Gabriel is twice not started and have came off the bench on both occasions, which means he is not injured. His manager said he was left out because of tactical reasons. Transferring Gabriel out is a decent move because each week you will be unsure about his starting position. We are on to midfielders. The player most managers are targeting is Mbeumo. The arrows going towards him are the thickest. We understand this move, but transferring Rashford out with an easy match at Forest isn't ideal. This move only makes sense if Mbeumo is a long-term pick and your team is perfect without any other issue. Ease to Mbeumo move is questionable, demonstrating that his owners aren't patient. His underlying data show he was due a goal or assist. He had 1.33 expected goal involvement over the 2 game. He is on penalties and set plays. Richarlison to Mbeumo move is an excellent move. Richarlison hasn't looked decent in the center forward position. He is very isolated and not linking the play. Sulla to Foden transfer is a good one if you're using the remaining funds to upgrade other positions in the team. Pedro's starting status at Brighton is under question because he was benched in game week 2. Many managers have seen this and they have decided to put him top on the transfer out list. He has been transferred out for Wissa, Alvarez and Jackson. Wissa is cheap and he is posting incredible statistics during the 2 games. He has backed up that data with actual goals and assists. He however doesn't play 90 minutes. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like and a comment below. Remember to subscribe. We are trying to grow the channel.